Welcome back, ladies and gents. Today I'm going to show you how to play Propaganda from Muse's new album, Simulation Theory. So before we get started, if you want to play along to the intro riff for the Propaganda section, you're going to want to tune your low E string to drop B, and the rest of the strings are simply tuned to standard tuning. Okay, so for the first riff, we're going to be playing 1 to 3 on the low B string. Or in this case, low E string, tuned to drop B. You're going to be hammering on 1 to 3 and then play 3 4 times. Repeat the hammer on 1 to 3, play 3 twice. Then you're going to play 3 twice with a slight bend, like a quarter note bend. Then play 3 again without the bend. And you repeat that twice. Then you have the following section, which is hammer on 1 to 3, bend 3 twice, hammer on 1 to 3 twice, bend 3 twice, and then play 3 without the bend. Then you have the last part of the riff before the verse. That's 15 4 times, so you're playing the notes 4 times. That's 15, 13, Now during the verse, there's a lead guitar that is dubbing the vocals. That's what we're going to be learning. So first you're going to want to start off on the D string 12. Then you're going to play 12 on the A string, 10 on the D, 12 on the D, slide to 10 on the G, back to 12 twice on the D, 10, 12 vibrato, 10, and then back to G string, slide 10, 10 vibrato. Then you're going to bend slightly 10 on the G string, quarter note, 9 twice, D string 12 twice, and then 10. And you repeat that twice. Now before we get to repeating the heavy riff again, the last part of the verse, we have slight variations in the vocals, so we're dubbing it slightly differently. So we're starting off with the familiar pattern, 12 on the D string twice, slide away, 12 on the A string, 10 on the D string, 12, G string, slide to 10, 9 on the G string, 12, D string, 10, and then back to 9 on the G string, 12 on the D string, 9 on the G string. Then you're going to bend 12 fully, release the bend, play 12 twice, 10, 12, 14 all on the G string, bend 12 twice, 12 again without the bend, 10, then 9. And then again, you're killing me with that Propaganda riff. So when we repeat the verse for the second time, there are a lot of interesting little licks inserted in between the familiar lead that we just learned for the first verse. So I'm just gonna go through it pretty quickly. You'll know when to insert them by looking at the tabs and by listening to the song. So you have the familiar pattern, of course. And here we insert slide 3, 3 again on the D string, then 3 on the A string. Okay, so we have again the familiar patterns. So here we have a chord, 3 notes. That's with our index finger 10 on the G, 12 on the B string, ring finger, pinky, E string 13. 3 times. It's a familiar pattern. Then you have these bends right here, 2 notes, 13 on the E string, index finger, 16 B string, ring finger, bend, B string, shift 1 fret, that's 12, 15, and then shift 2 frets, that's 10, 13. And that's basically all you need to know for the second verse. Now it's time for the solo. Now the solo, I created my own electric guitar rendition of that solo, a little more rock. Since I don't have an acoustic or anything like that to really make it sound like the studio version, I hope you do enjoy this rendition of the solo. So you're starting off playing 3 twice on the low E string, and that's what we're going to be using the whole time, alternating between low E and the higher strings. So you play that twice, slide to 7 on the G string, 6 on the B, then you're going to alternate 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, but adding palm mutes on the G string, and the last 7 vibrato. Play low E string twice again, slide to 7 G string, 6 B string. This time you're going to palm mute 7, but you're playing 8. Then the second time you're playing the 8, pull off the 6, and then 7 on the G string. So, and those 2 patterns you repeat twice after each other. So after having repeated those 2 patterns twice after each other, we're then moving on to some slight variations on the other half of the solo. So again, twice 3 on the low E, then you're going to slide to 7 on the G, but instead of going 6 on the B string, you're going to 8 on the B string. And then the second time you're going to the 8 on the B string, you hammer on from your middle finger with your pinky to 10. Then we go back, repeat the second pattern that we learned. Then we have again a new pattern going higher up on the fretboard. Again 3 twice on the low E. Then you're going to slide to 10 on the B string, 10 on the high E, back to 10, back to E string, high E string 8, back to 10, high E 8, hammer on to 10. And then repeat the second pattern that we learned to end it. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed that video, be sure to smash that like button. If you want to stick around for more, be sure to subscribe. If you have any questions regarding this lesson or any other of my videos, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will see you all again next time.